Welcome back, everybody, to Discussion America with me, your host, Anthony Fiorinelli. All right, let's just jump right into it. All right, and the election cycle is well on its way, and the Democrats are once again getting all uppity about how Trump is talking about the China trade war and how it's going to be good for the nation. And meanwhile, they're talking about how we're going to go into a heavy recession, the economy is going to crash, people are going to suffer, and it's all President Trump's fault with the tariffs. Now they're trying to get on everybody's worry board with regard to the farmers, the middle of the country where the food is growing and how they're going to suffer. Listen, yeah, they're going to tighten their belts. But you know, it's a funny thing. What a lot of people don't understand is, why are they still behind President Trump? Well, the reason is that they suffered through the Democratic presidents that did absolutely nothing for them, especially when they were involved with the PPP. You know, that fair trade agreement that they had with all the nations that really wasn't fair trade for the United States whatsoever, because it didn't address the labor cost, it didn't address any operating cost at all in the other nations, that their labor costs were so cheap that we just couldn't compete with them, and it killed our manufacturing, it killed our jobs, it killed our economy. But yet, it's good for our country. In what way? Because the prices came down in some of the goods? What good are cheaper prices if we don't have jobs that give us money in order to pay for these goods? I don't know about you, but I'd rather have a job and maybe pay a little bit more so I have a job to feed my family and pay my bills. Isn't that what it's all about? What the Democrats did, and some of the Republicans as well, don't get me wrong. I'll just put it this way, I'll categorize it this way. What the politicians did, the professional politicians did, in the administrations before, is almost kill this country from within. But now, President Trump has been talking about this since the 80s, about how these unfair trade deals and these bad deals with individual countries is hurting America, and nobody's really listening to him. They just looked at him as some kind of big buffoon. He talks like that. I give you that. He's not the most smooth talker in the world. I got you. But he's a smart man. He has to be a smart man if he is where he is. So what? His father gave him $1 million to start off with. Yes, he came from wealth. Big deal. He still had to sustain himself. He knew how to deal with the banks. He knew how to get the loans. He knew how to get financing. He knew who to speak to, who not to speak to, how to get the money to get where he is, to capitalize on that. You have to be a fairly smart man to get that stuff done, okay? So you can write him off as an idiot all you want, but he's not. All right? I don't see anybody else. I don't see you doing that. Talk all you want. I don't see you doing that. I wish I can do that. I wish I had the connections he did. But he does. And now we keep getting back also to the race argument. with those two congresswomen, that one of them can't go visit her grandmother now because Trump tweeted about, I wouldn't let them in the country. They're talking bad about you. You know what? He's just telling the truth. All he's doing is telling the truth. Look at it as if it's your own house. If you have somebody hanging out in your house, you're having a little wine and cheese party, and you got some friends over. Now, a brother of one of your friends has been talking trash about you. But his brother is hanging out in the house. He's good friends with his brother. But now, his brother's going to be leaving to go to California the next morning, and he wants to see his brother. He's not going to get a chance to unless he comes to your party. Are you going to let this guy in your house? He just called you an idiot. He called you a joker. He called you a fool. He might have called you a few other horrible words. Are you going to let him come into your house and come to your party and possibly ruin it? Say something at your party that's going to upset you? I wouldn't. Think of it in terms like that. I wouldn't want that person in my house as I wouldn't want that person in my country. All they do is talk bad. They spew their hate. And you're going to invite them in the country. Why? Because she wants to see her grandmother? You know what? Should have thought about that. Think about you got family in a country that you're bad-mouthing. You're going to eventually want to go to that country to talk to them, right? You're going to want to visit them. How difficult do you think it's going to be to get in there? But she didn't think about that. Nobody thinks before they do things. So you know what? It's not racism. It's just telling the plain old facts, telling the truth. And that's all he does. He just talks the truth. More than what anybody else that's running for office is doing. And I want to tell you something. I want you people, I don't care what you are, Democrat, Independent, Republican, listen to the words they're speaking. Listen. Free this. Free that. Everything you get this for nothing. You get that for nothing. Then, we're going to raise the taxes on the rich. Ooh, wait a minute. How much money do you think those big farms earn when they have a bumper crop? Yeah, the money that they're going to earn that they need to put aside for a bad crop year, they're not going to have, because if it was Bernie or Beto or one of the others, they're going to get taxed to hell. Or even de Blasio. My God, if that idiot gets in, just pack up and leave this country, because he'll destroy it like he destroyed New York. Pack it in. Because now those farmers that will have a surplus, their surplus will go away. Because if Bernie has his chance, de Blasio has his chance, any one of them have their chance, that money will be taxed at 75% and gone. So there is no surplus. Why do you think that they're still backing Trump? Because they know if anybody else gets in, whatever money they do earn is gone. Then if they get a bad year, a bad crop year, a lot of rain, a drought or whatever, they lose their farm. Think about that for a minute. It's called socialism in the beginning. These people want to disarm you, and once they disarm you, they want to take your money. Once they take your money and disarm you, you are done. They're going to take your rights, they're going to make you poor, and they're going to make you dependent upon the government. And that, my friends, is the beginning of the end. Forget it, you're done. Your only choice, no matter how you might hate it, is President Trump. Plain and simple. Think about what they're saying. Listen to them. Even the best orator, listen to what they speak. They talk bad about him. He's done this. He's not doing anything wrong but trying to make this country better. trying to put us in a position of growth by bringing jobs back, by bringing manufacturing back, by getting us better trade deals, by getting us better deals with foreign nations, by not letting them crap on us like they've been doing the last 30 or 40 years. Which they have been doing, people. These are things you have to concern yourself with. Oh, it's not fair to the Mexicans. Oh, it's not fair to Canada. Oh, it's not fair. Screw them. They're the ones not putting food on your table. They're the ones they're not putting money in your pocket. Government's got to make you be able to earn for your family. Not you put your hand out and take whatever they're willing to give you. Earn. And you know what? This is sad to say. Our young people don't know diddly squat about anything in the world because we stopped teaching them years ago, decades ago. We're dumbing them down. They don't know anything about history. They don't know anything about socialism. They don't know anything about communism because we no longer teach history in school. We no longer really teach science or math in school. Our kids are learning absolutely nothing. All they're being taught is they're being prepared to take the test, the standardized test. That's all that's happening with our students. They're being prepared to take the standardized test. They're not being taught anything. Man, they're not even being taught how to write cursive anymore. This is the problem in our society. This is also leading to the issues that we're having in society with our children don't know how to deal with one another. They're not being social with one another. That leads into Antifa. Antifa are a bunch of paid terrorists to disrupt everything political in this country. They are paid troublemakers. They're not for Black Lives Matter. That is out the window, people. They're all a bunch of white people that don't have jobs, that are being paid $20 an hour to put masks on and to cause problems and to cause damage, property damage, physical damage. That needs to be addressed. They need to be arrested. But no, for some reason, the political and the police in the cities that they operate in, they have carte blanche. Why is that? That shouldn't be. That needs to stop. Well, I think I covered enough today. I mean, it's a short one. It covered enough, but the bottom line is, forget the noise about racism, forget the noise about the economy, forget the noise about that. The farmers know why that they're voting for Trump. They know why they're backing him. That even though they might be tightening the belt now, they know that in the future it's going to be to their benefit. Because if they don't back them now, they're done later. They're going to get taxed at 75% when their crops do come in. They're not going to have a surplus for when the crops don't come in. And they're not going to sell anything anyway, because if it goes back to the Democrats, they're probably going to go back to the PPP, the PPT, the TPP, whatever the hell that crap, the TPP, and that's not going to be anything, because they can't sell anything then, because they're going to go back to buying from the countries that their labor force is like $50 a week. We can't compete with that, people. Think. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to how they want to control you. You have to listen, people. Listen. Use your common sense if you have any more left. Stop listening to the political end of it. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner self. Listen to your common sense. What are we going to be with if we end up voting in a socialist to this government? We're done. Done, 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 done. I'd rather a Donald Trump any day over a socialist. Any day. Think about that. Okay? This is Anthony Fiorinelli saying God bless you all, because we surely need it. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Take care. Take care. See you next week.